My name is Vanessa, and I've been in the States for about 27 years. I'm originally from Ecuador. I work at a hospital. I train for the system that they use at the hospital, and I love what I do, and I love being here, and I love this man.
My name is Felix. I was born in Puerto Rico. I've been in the States roughly nearly 30 plus years, and I'm a real estate agent. And likewise, I love you dearly. We're married for nearly 25 years. We got married roughly just over a year after dating.
At what moment did you realize that you truly loved your significant other?
In my case, I think she was moving. My family was moving, and I don't know. It's just it must be a guy thing that is the right one. She's the right one. It's something intuition, call it in different ways, but I knew she was the right one. So uh, I stuck around.
And I realized that he was the one the moment I met him, believe it or not. As soon as I work at a fast food restaurant, he came to buy some fast food, and as soon as I saw him, in my mind, like, I want to marry this man. It was the weirdest thing ever because I've never felt that way. But he was something really attracted me to him, not only physically, but something inside, even though I had just met him. And I got really nervous out of the sun. So I tried to make a joke, which it wasn't funny at all. And he went like, uh-huh. So I'm like, okay, I don't think it was funny.
No, it
but,
wasn't.
But
I still remember that.
Yeah, right? And I was like, oh, I just, I think he's the one. But then he left, so I had no contact, no nothing.
Then we came across again.
And in a completely different time. It was a college party. And when I saw him, I told my friend, that's the guy from KFC. That's where I used to work. And she said, oh, he's the one? And I said, yes. But I was completely different because at work, I had a ponytail, no makeup, nothing. At this party, I looked like a totally different person.
She was full of flour all over her polo.
At KFC. But at the party, he didn't recognize me. He didn't know I was the same person. Until my friend, who was very outgoing, she said she went to him to say she wants to dance. And I had not said anything, but she was very outgoing. So he was like, oh, she does? So he came to me and asked me to dance because my friend had told him. And the moment we started dancing, he started asking me, where do you work? What do you, the typical questions when you meet someone. And that's when he realized I was the same girl in KFC. So I came to realize at that point that he had asked his friend that worked at KFC with me, that he asked for me, like, who is she? Like, he liked me too, but I didn't know until that day. But the friend said, don't even look at her because I like her. So because they were good friends, he kind of backed away. So at the day of the party, he told me that. He said, I actually asked for you, but my friend seems to be interested, so I'm just backing out. And my immediate reaction was like, but I don't like your friend. So it was kind of like everything fall in place from that moment, and we started. We exchanged numbers at that night. We didn't have cell phones back then because we talking about 25 years ago.
It was stuck in the skin for like a week.
He wrote his number on my hand, and then I wrote mine. And at that point, it was landline. So he called me, and then we started going out.
In what way does your significant other love you that you really appreciate?
I think her part, she's devoted to her family, and not only me but her son. She's devoted. I mean, she always do things thinking of us, and that's her way of expressing it.
I love how he is also very committed to his family, and he's a person of serving. He likes to serve not only me but others too. So the way he expresses love is by action. Like, he can be mad, but he will cook, or he will clean, or and he
we'll
just
do the dishes, we'll do the laundry.
He's
I'm mad, but I'm still doing it.
Yeah, he's a very person that like to serve not only us but also like the neighbors and anybody. And I think that I really treasure that a lot because I just love him doing stuff like that for others and for myself and my son. he shows his love by actions.
If you could go back to before you fell in love, what advice would you give yourself about this relationship and love?
Well, in that case, I would say, learn to listen. That's for sure. And up today, I'm still struggling with that part. Sometimes it's not even done, and I'm already filling up the blanks. So, yeah, listen. Listening will be a good advice. Just sit back and listen.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it's not the same as hearing.
Right, that's true. Yes, I think in my case, I've learned a lot. I was able to learn from him to be confident. I was not confident to myself at all, and he helped me to build that confidence where I can talk to anybody. Now I train people and stuff and things like that, and I'm not afraid of just be myself and show myself how I am, and not start thinking what others are thinking of me and be concerned about that. Just be myself, have confidence of who I am and what I do, and just be that person. And I don't think I had that initially, so I learned that from that relationship.
Look into your partner's eyes and tell them why you love them so much. They deserve to hear it.
Vanessa, I love you dearly. Your actions, your way of expressing the love, unconditional love towards your family, myself and Victor, is so unique. I cannot picture myself without you.
Aww, sweet. Felix, baby. I love you dearly. I love the way you are. I love how much you care for us as a family. I love how you help the neighbors and how you help take the neighbors out to eat too on a special days, especially the ones that do not have family members.
Nearby.
Yes, I just love your heart and the way that you are with everyone, and how you always try to push harder and harder for your family, and you live it all. And I will not be able to be with anyone except you. Like nobody in this world will ever be able to replace you. It's only you, one of you. I love you.
I love you too.
I found Felix and Vanessa's story to be a bit unique in that they both secretly had an interest in one another before they really got to know each other. Neither one of them knew whether they would see each other again until the party, where they were set up to dance together. But even then, Felix had reason for pause due to the fact that his friend expressed interest in Vanessa before. And you know how that goes. 25 years before this interview, 2 different encounters, mutual interests, and finally they were able to connect in a meaningful way. What a great story. Sounds like a typical Lifetime movie plot that you'd see on a lazy Sunday afternoon. But truth be told, it's real love stories like Felix and Vanessa's that actually inspire widely viewed screenplays. It's real people who truly have the most impactful lives. We walk past each other every day and rush to get where we're going and never truly get an opportunity to experience the wealth of real Lifetime stories going on in our own backyards. Felix cited Vanessa's devotion to family that ensures him that she's worth loving. She's there for everyone and always thinking of them. He values that, and it was the sole indicator of her love that stood out to him the most. For Vanessa, she immediately gravitated toward Felix's inclination to serve as an expression of love, from doing things to keep the family happy to serving those in the community, being a helpful hand and bringing people together in their part of town. Vanessa is proud of Felix, and it shows. 2 things that I really enjoyed hearing from Felix and from Vanessa is what advice they would give themselves or lessons they could have benefited from if they could go back before they fell in love. Felix cited one of the most important aspects of communication, which is listening. I think a lot of us men have room to grow in this area, and he was humble enough to recognize that and admit that he still has work to do in that area. I like that because it's just another way he can express love for Vanessa, trying to be better for her every day. Vanessa expressed how much Felix has taught her about expressing herself, being confident, and positively impacting the lives of others. Seems quite fitting given that he readily serves and takes action in his own community. Vanessa described how he helped her reach this new plateau, and it was possible because she knew he was behind her, supporting her along the way. Felix and Vanessa, your story is important for the world to hear. Thank you for being willing to share it. I know there was some initial hesitation, but now your story is not only available for you, your family, and your friends, but it's available for couples you may not ever know who can draw inspiration from similar circumstances, bringing hope and strength to countless people who may just need a reason to keep trying. I enjoyed my time with you, and I really appreciate your story. Thank you both for being positive and for being strong. It will bring light and inspiration to others, whether you know them or not. To our viewers, thank you for watching. Your viewership is important to the success of this channel, so if you enjoyed Felix and Vanessa's story, give this video a thumbs up and maybe leave them some love in the comments down below. You can follow the Shared Heart Experiment on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter to stay up to date on video shorts for the newest episodes. Feel free to check out any of my other YouTube videos where I walk up to random strangers in public places and ask them intimate questions about their lives. Consider supporting the channel by clicking the link in the description below, where you can shop at my online apparel store, stylylifedesigns.com. You'll find t-shirts, hats, and hoodies with positive and uplifting themes to complement your lifestyle. When you shop, know that a portion of the proceeds from anything you buy will help contribute to the creation of more positive content just like this. Real people, real life, and real love. Until next time, I've been Kevin with the Shared Heart Experiment. Be good to each other. Thanks for watching.